So the way to view the clashes that have been assigned to you or are your responsibility is to come here to BIM 360, select Model Coordination, and it'll bring you up to this view. You want to make sure that you're in the overall coordination space that we have. Once you're here, navigate down to Clashes, and using this, you can select which view you want to check. So for right now, we're just going to simulate that I'm the person in charge of duct, and I want to check all of my clashes on phase 2. So I come down here, I look for the view called duct move phase 2. I click on that, and it shows me all of the models that my duct is going to be clashing with. So if I look at it, so here are my duct files, duct, and then you can see gravity and framing, architectural, structural, and miscellaneous. These are all files that duct needs to check against. But what's interesting is you'll see that we have instances where we've got architectural clashing against framing. That's not really the duct guy's um, issue to resolve. So if I'm the person in charge of coordinating duct, all I need to worry about are these two lines right here. So I don't need to worry about any of the other lines that do not say duct. And so here I see I've got one clash against framing, I've got two against gravity, three against framing, 20 against architecture, and five against structure. And so I can click on these one by one and it'll bring up the clashes between those two files, or I can just say, hey, I want to see all of my clashes for duct in area C. Once the models have finished loading, the viewer will show you all of the clashes. And so you can orbit around and take a quick look and see, hey, look, this duct is inside of the ceiling assembly. This one is below the ceiling assembly. These ones are intersecting with the concrete floors, et cetera, et cetera. And then you can navigate back to Revit or whatever your authoring software is and resolve these clashes. And when you publish a new model and the clashes are resolved, these will disappear from the view. So if you want to view them kind of more on a one by one, you can click here. Or so it looks like this one's intersecting with the floor. You can see this one's intersecting with the ceiling. These ones are intersecting with the bottom of the floor. Not really sure how those two are supposed to be intersecting, et cetera, et cetera. So you can do it that way, or you can select an item. So if I want to see all the instances where the duct is clashing against this floor and this floor, I can do that as well. And then it goes ahead and groups them all up. Oops. There we go. And I can mark them as an issue if it's something that needs to be resolved between a couple of different parties. If not, that's just something that you can resolve yourself. Don't create an issue. If it's something that's not an issue, you can mark it as not an issue, give a reason for it and a description of why it's not an issue, and we'll take a look at it and most likely approve it. And that's pretty much it for clashes. If you want to view the issues related to the area that you're checking for, this is another great way to take a look at that and see all of the different issues that correspond to that area. So